Okay, so the method I used when I showed you how to find the quadratic in the other method was to come up with three equations with three variables. So you had your ax squared plus bx plus c equals your y. And then in these, you put this in place of the x, this in place of the y over there, and you'll get three separate equations. And I showed you how with the Desmos matrix calculator, you could solve that. Well, there's another method, and maybe you will like this one better. It's called running a quadratic regression. And again, you can do this in Desmos, but the Desmos graphing calculator part. And so to do that, we're gonna launch Desmos. So you've got the points 0, 4, 116, and negative 220, and we want to see what the equation as a quadratic would be to best fit that information. So we will jump over to a Desmos. See if I can find my Desmos. Here it is. And the first thing you have to do is you have to insert a table. And in your two columns, I had 0, 4, and then I had 1, 16, and I had negative 2, 20 for my three points. Then you click down here in the next row, and you put in, so in this table that was column y1 and x1. So you put your y1, and then the tilde is the shift, and it's to the left of the number 1 up on the keyboard. It's got the little backwards hyphen on it there, or apostrophe, whatever that is. So y1 tilde, and how does a quadratic in standard form go? A x1, because x1 is the column up here. ax1 squared, so shift 6 to get your caret squared, then plus bx1 plus c. And if you look down below here, your regression squared, the 1 tells us that's like a percentage. It's not exactly, but if it's a 1, it's 100% match. So this is an exact match for what we would have needed for the quadratic. So A was 6.6 repeating, B was 5.3 repeating, and C is 4. And let me reshare this screen for the actual equation. So if I'm going to write this out, it would have been, again, y equals a 6.6 repeating x squared plus b, which was 5.3 repeating, plus c was a 4. 6.6, that's 6 2/3, right? And this 5.3 repeating is 5 1/3. So this would be like I had 18, 19, 20 thirds. This would be like 15 thirds is the 5 plus 1 is 16 thirds. So if you were going to write it without that repeating decimal stuff, it would end up looking just like that. But that's another method for finding a quadratic if you know those 3 points. You can also use the graphing calculator if you have a TI. That is the stat button. And then you arrow over to calc, and you go down to quadratic regression after you've entered your data into one of the tables. And to enter data in the tables, you use stat edit to enter these 3 points. So just so you know, there are more than one tool, more than one method. You can find online tools out there that'll do it as well.